Okay, so let's have a listen to where we are at the moment. Okay, so on second thoughts, I'm actually going to turn this off here because I don't quite like it as much as what the original. We can tinker around with it later on, but for now, let's just push ahead and actually show you some more techniques. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I need something that brings contours to the actual arrangement that we're going to do. So just following this up now so it's all neat, I'm going to go and find myself some noise. So I've downloaded some noise. I've actually got the folder here of different assorted sounds from the freesound.org. They're all free to download and you can use them as long as you acknowledge where they've come from. They're CC license samples. So I was just going to use this pink noise, so I'm going to drag and drop that into here. And how we can drop it is that we select it here at the point where the loop bracket ends, press delete, and that splits the sample in half, making it easy enough for me to delete the second half. Okay, so now what I want to do is listen to this. So I'm just going to turn the volume down because I've got, yeah, you can hear that it's drowned out everything in the entire mix. So what am I going to do with this sample? That's a good question. First things first, I probably don't need the beginning of the sample. I can turn it down as well. So, right, let's select that. If I press delete, it returns it back to its default position. I always want the mixer at unity if preferable. Let's scoop around here, and also let's rename this as well, just to noise rise. So let's lower the volume even more. So even at a minus 24 decibel reduction, it's still quite loud in the mix. So first things first, let's give this a fade in. So now we're going to fade it into halfway through bar 3, so that we can hear that there. So there's already starting to shape. It's starting to shape slightly, just with a bit of volume, amplitude automation here. So an extension of this is of what we've done here with these fades is the idea of automation, which is a concept that I should introduce right now. Automation, you might have heard a lot in the, just in the modern world. A lot of things are automated, so they're automatically programmed. So they're pre-programmed things that are programmed to happen at certain points in time. So, i.e., at bar 2, I can choose for the kicks to get louder, or I can choose for the snare, the decay of it to increase more, so that we get more of a things like that, and it happens all the time throughout tracks. So what I want to do is I'm going to use an effect called the EQ8, which we've already used a few times. So slightly different to how we did it before. We select this one here and we change this to the one that hasn't got the steep curve, which is just this one here. And then what we can do is we can just change the frequency. So let's listen to this now. So just playing around with that, and in conjunction with that, you can instantly hear that it's kind of quite a recognisable effect. So as I play around with it, you can see that this blue line here starts moving. So there we go, one more time. Okay, so what we can do is we can start to automate it. So I'm going to start at around about, let's see, where does it start to really noticeably? Around 2000. I'm going to put a point in here. So it's just over 2000 hertz, and it tells me so here. So I want it to go all the way up at some point to, 10,000 seems appropriate. I'm just going to make sure that it's quite fiddly with putting in these dots. So you can double click them if you make a mistake, like so. Oh, for some reason my mouse is causing me havoc. Just go there. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, just going to do that there. Right, so that's now a straight line. It's all, so if we zoom in, we can see that it's actually in line with the end of the loop. So, okay, let's have a quick listen to that. No, let's let that here. So it's quite subtle, but this gives us a little bit of contour. We might not necessarily want to use the noise. It's probably been overdone already a lot. So, but we can do this with all kinds of things, whether we want to choose a synth or a pad or something like that, and we can create these kind of rise effects just by using automation and filtering. But we'll go on to this in more detail in future tutorials, but I hope that explains the idea of automation and creating rises.